Why do I hold XRP? Yes, listen to this.
Why do I hold XRP? The World Bank has published a document on its website for cross-border payments. The only cryptocurrencies proposed as solutions are XRP and XLM. The Federal Reserve has formed a task force for faster payments. Member of the group is Ripple.
XRP.
The BIS, Bank of International Settlements, is the head of all central banks worldwide. The BIS has set up a task force for cross-border payments. Member of the group is Ripple.
XRP.
The Hong Kong Monetary Authority has been researching CBDCs. The only blockchain company involved is Ripple.
XRP.
The Bank of Russia has published a document about the digitalization of payments. The report describes XRP as a solution for efficient cross-border payments. The Bank of England carried out a proof of concept with Ripple to explore the speed and efficiency of cross-border payments. Ripple becomes the first provider to offer regulated crypto payments in the United Arab Emirates. The National Commercial Bank of Saudi Arabia has officially joined Ripple. With 400 branches across the country, the National Commercial Bank of Saudi Arabia is the second largest bank in the Middle East by total assets. Since July 2006, the Bank of America has been the largest financial institution in the United States for a time.
And I mean, within, it felt like minutes, you hear from CEOs like Bank of America saying, we're all in. And, these are institutions that Bank of America was one of our early partners.
JP Morgan is the largest bank in the United States. A joint research report with JP Morgan explores the potential to introduce greater efficiencies to wholesale payments occurring across borders. XRP is described as several times as a solution in the document. Ripple has relationships to the White House, the President, the Vice President, the International Monetary Fund, and the World Economic Forum. Now, you have to decide. Is XRP a shitcoin or part of a big plan?
Let me know. Is XRP a shitcoin or is XRP the next big thing? Let me know. Now I'm going to show you another video of why I hodl XRP. Do me a favor real quick, tap the like button so more people can see why they should hodl XRP as well.
Why do I hold XRP? Because Ripple's the chosen one to lead the new global digital payment system, and they use XRP. In 2013, the Federal Reserve began looking for faster payments options. 2 years later, an action plan was born and a federal payments task force was created. It included one company focused on crypto, Ripple. In 2014, the World Bank and Better Than Cash Alliance, which includes the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Clinton Global Initiative, and the governments of 32 countries, put out a report called The Opportunities of Digitizing Payments. 1 year later, the Better Than Cash Alliance featured one crypto company on their website, Ripple. Today, Better Than Cash Alliance and all other UN initiatives are focused on a single agenda, the Sustainable Development Goals for 2030. You can see the SDGs logo on Bill Gates' lapel, world-leading companies, the Better Than Cash Alliance website, and on the UN's official exchange, Exchange. What crypto is Exchange officially utilizing for their carbon credit solution? XRP. The world will move to a new international standard for exchanging electronic messages between financial institutions by 2025 called ISO 20022. Who was the first ISO 20022 member focused on distributed ledger technology? Ripple, who's partnered with over 300 financial institutions, including Bank of America, American Express, PNC, Santander, SBI, HSBC, Standard Chartered Bank, Bank of England, India, Singapore, Scotland, Australia, and Indonesia, the largest banks in Japan, Canada, Egypt, the Middle East, United Arab Emirates, Thailand, Morocco, Bhutan, South Korea, Brazil, and Latin America? Ripple, who was a former employee overseeing the Federal Reserve? Ripple, a former employee overseeing the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock's digital asset division? Ripple, leading Australia's CBDC effort. Ripple, who hired a former Treasury of the United States. Ripple, 2 former Federal Reserve attorneys to their board. Ripple, 2 former Clinton and Obama advisors, former Minister of Defense and Economics of Germany, former business director at SWIFT, former SWIFT board member, former CFO of PayPal, former head of the DTCC, former chief business officer at Uber, former VP of Amazon, and former SEC chair on their legal team. Ripple, who's a member of the Digital Pound Foundation, Digital Dollar Project, Digital Euro Association, Mojaloop, IMF's high-level advisory board on fintech, Hyperledger Blockchain Consortium, Open Payments Coalition, Faster Payments Council, Global Payments Steering Group, Cross-Border Working Group, International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications, Crypto Climate Accord, University Blockchain Initiative, World Wide Web Consortium, and a featured partner of the World Economic Forum with 3 members of their team directly listed on the WF website. Ripple. Does Ripple and XRP sound like they're going to disappear, or do they sound like they're part of a much bigger plan?
So now, it should be very clear why I hold XRP. Why everyone should hold it, in my opinion. Also, another reason why I hold XRP is because, for example, for comparison, if we compare XRP with Bitcoin's market cap of about $2 trillion, one XRP would be worth 28, almost $30, which is a 10x, 11x from today's prices. And basically, this just shows how early XRP is. Right now, at $2, $2.40, we still have a long way to go to $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 plus just to reach Bitcoin's current market cap. And then the sky is the limit. If you hodl XRP as well, join and subscribe, destroy the like button also so people can see this, because a lot of people think that XRP is done, it's not going to go up anymore, it's already pumped a lot, but there are so many big things coming up. And everyone, I love you all, and I will see you very soon. Until next time, Crypto AI Man.